it through here. You know, they're not necessarily guaranteed the playoffs. I say they have a bit more breathing room, but they'd still have to go up against Imaginary Gaming in the final round, and that could actually very well come down to a match where the winner advances to the playoffs in the final spot, whether it's Imaginary Gaming or Baguette. And you know, Imaginary Gaming, they've just become so much stronger with their new addition to their roster, Wellmu. They could very well be the team to maybe deny Baguette if Redbloods do also deny them tonight. So let's see how this goes and get started in this best of 7, ladies and gentlemen. In the top left corner of the map, a green Zerg player from Team Baguette. It is MiNiMaTh. And the bottom left hand corner, the teal Zerg player from Team Redbloods. It's Spazymazy. So, our teal Zerg here, probably the underdog coming into this, though he has been on the rise. Just got picked up, got promoted actually from the academy team to the main team halfway through the season as he reached the Grandmaster League, and has continued to improve. Gave us some really good games yesterday, took down Sandy's Winter, gave a good fight to Cyril as well in the game afterwards. And we'll see if he can put up a fight here today, as he opens with the pool first in comparison to his opponent. He will open with the hatchery first here on Iron Fortress, a 4-player map, so generally you would, I suppose, expect a little bit more of generally you would expect to see your opponents probably hatch first here, play macro openings, but of course there's always that meta game to just risk going for an early pool, hope your opponent hatch first, and so on. Hello Matt, how's it going? Hello Hobbit as well, and Marcos, how are you guys all doing here? Hope you're ready to enjoy the show and enjoy these games. Spazymazy sees where his opponent is straight away, and you know, MiNiMaTh sending his overall in a direction where he'd see the natural of his opponent as soon as possible. Not too much of an issue, and MiNiMaTh knows where his opponent is, but he won't get quite as much information as Spazymazy has, as Spazy will be able to see that his opponent opens with a hatch first, so a little bit of extra info early on. Both players heading in towards their gas now at a very similar time, so this is going to be a very starting follow up from both players. With the pool finished a little bit faster, the first queen will start from Spazy, and you'll also get the first couple of lings out so he can head across the map and start poking for a little bit of information in towards his main base of his opponent. He will look to try and see the gas and see whether his opponent is looking to tech into Zergling speed early on here or not, or whether he's looking to maybe do something a little bit different instead. So these couple of lings heading across the map, and I'm waiting to see what exactly they are going to get up to. And again, we're just expecting them to head into that main base, confirm the gas, and go from there. So there's a couple of lings coming in, and we're actually going to get a good fight here initially. MiNiMaTh having to pull these first 2 lings of his back, and so he's actually getting a really good fight to start this off. He's actually going to get all the way into this main base as well. These lings have to keep on running. He sees the gas, and that's exactly the scout he wanted. And he will now just move away as well. So no lings lost on either side. Spazymazy again, he gets that little bit of early scouting information. He might go try and grab a drone kill here, and in fact he might get one. Oh, Sport Crawler comes in at the last moment. He will just be able to kill 1 Zergling for 2 there in the end. And that will be all for those initial Zerglings here, as Bane Nest starts up for him back at home. So Ling Bane aggression definitely a possibility right now. MiNiMaTh also has more gas than 100 mind. He has got Zergling speed started and another 100 gas in the bank. He's just spent 50 of it though, and there's a Bane Nest of his own coming up here. So both players potentially looking for Ling Bane action early on in this game, but at the same time it could just be defensive play from both of these guys, getting set up and then get a couple of defensive Banelings up and then just play it out from there. Spazymazy not making any Zerglings, nor is MiNiMaTh, so it looks as though we're not probably going to see any just yet. As well, there's 8 from Spazymazy. I guess he wasn't really droning. He had quite a few minerals, but okay, now he makes another drone as well, so it just looks as though it's going to be safety lings from both players. Spazy will be able to take a little bit of map control with these 8 lings. He'll be able to move across here with these and just in general have a little bit of a look to see what's going on at the front door perhaps, as he does have slightly earlier Zergling speed. Looking at the drone counts right now, MiNiMaTh is quite far ahead actually, as it's 34 to 34, but with 7 more in production from MiNiMaTh, I'll put him at quite the lead here. And these 8 lings will probably prove to have been maybe a bit of a too much of an, well, I mean it's not like it's a huge investment, but that very well could be what happens here. As 1 Baneling gets cancelled, the lings get away, there loses 1 Zergling to cancel the Baneling, and just gets away. Starts up a lair back at home, and he's starting to take all 4 of his gases, so it looks as though Spazymazy will be heading in towards some Mutalisk tech here in this game. Going to get that Spire down and see where he will be able to go from here with that. there on the way for his opponent as well, coming up in the main base, just bulging away here. He will be, it looks like it'll be Mutalisk versus Mutalisk here. I mean, MiNiMaTh also going up to 4 gases, looking as though he wants to head into the Spire Tech as well. And now it kind of becomes a very interesting scenario where, you know, it kind of comes down to who, first of all, one of the main things will be who can get the third base up earlier, but also who will be able to identify that the other player is going for Mutalisks early on. Because the earlier you can spot that, the earlier you start Carapace instead of Flyer attacks, and Carapace is a much better upgrade to have on the Mutalisks than the Flyer attacks early on in the game, as a couple of Banelings going to trade for a couple of Banelings here, and not really too much to talk about. We have this hatchery coming up here at this third base, but Spazy's had plenty of time to make some more lings, and well, he's a little bit outnumbered right now still, so he needs to be a little bit careful here. Spire halfway done. Does definitely need a couple more Zerglings, and he does have some Banes on the way out as well, so that will help him to defend. As right now we see no third base for MiNiMaTh because it's been denied by a single Zergling there. And everything MiNiMaTh does just seems to be a little bit later than his opponent right now, as you see a lot of Zerglings on the way for both for Spazymazy, maybe looking to push the issue or something right now, as there's Baneling coming in and he'll have to take down a lot, and wow, a lot of Zerglings are getting hit by that as well. And that was a nice little trade there early from Spazy, as he will get this Spire up here in a moment. And again, let's keep an eye on those upgrades. Have either of these guys realise that this is going to be a Mutalisk play from the other? And are they going to be going for that character's upgraders? You see a Link skirmish in the middle of the map here. It's unclear as to who will come out ahead. It looks as though it will be MiNiMaTh. Spazy having to pull back here now. 9 meters on the way for him. He's going to look for a Bane connection, but he doesn't quite get it. And these Zerglings continue moving around. Not quite able to get too much done. Then first 10 meters on the way, no upgrades just yet though, still from Spazymazy, as he's maybe just looking for the initial meters, as many as he can get, to move across the map and see what he can get done. The meter count overall will be very even, as 1100, 1200 gas in the bank for MiNiMaTh. He's going to be able to produce just as many meters, and now he sees the meters of his opponent, he'll be able to start reacting to this. So again, start those upgrades, start the meter production of his own. He's making a few more Zerglings right now. He's got 1300 gas banked. Spazymazy starting to move across the map. He will start to clear the Overlords. He has the earlier map control here, and that's actually quite a few Overlords he's going to be able to take down. He's actually going to start chasing some Zerglings. This supply block is really big and quite horrible for MiNiMaTh, honestly, because being supply blocked at this point in time, he's not actually able to make as many Mutalisks as he would like to. His Mutants continue to chase the Zerglings, however, and I mean, if he continued to chase the Overlords, he could have got quite a lot of them. So it's actually a little bit of a shame that he didn't perhaps go for that there. So right now we see the Mutalisks going to turn around. They're going to find another Overlord in the middle of the map. Will they go for it? No, they're just going to head across the map and see what damage they can get done. For a few Mutalisks coming out here for MiNiMaTh. Going to start getting some damage done, and whoa, one Mutalisk ahead of the rest for Spazymazy, and that will get picked off here before the rest of them come and join in, as Overlord's going to start getting killed off here once again. Spazy doesn't want to commit too far forwards though, as he's trying to defend at his third base at the same time. A couple of Banelings go off though, and that will be enough to turn this away for now, as he's going to come in and try maybe defend against these Mutas. He does start +1 Carapace on the Mutalisks, and again that's going to be a big factor here as time goes on. He will win the Zergling War on the ground as well for now, and Spazy actually taking a pretty significant supply lead. A lot of money in the bank though for MiNiMaTh, who is just starting to spend that right now. He's a few workers behind though, 12 workers behind, and that's not going to be helping out here, as Spazymazy does lose one more Overlord, and we just see for now Zergling's actually heading along this top side. They could maybe loop around and come in towards this third base. Even if they just kill a couple of drones on the gas and deny that for a little while, they'll give him an advantage going in here a little bit further on. And well, drone's actually open. He's going to go for an extractor kill. He actually nearly grabs a Mutalisk or two as they pop out there though, but on the way out he actually takes some free damage as well. And Spazy maybe should have thought about turning around and fighting that at some point, as these Zerglings though, they've done what they want. The Mutals have actually done what they wanted to do. The Zergling's able to come in towards that third base as his opponent is distracted, and now back into the natural. Spazymazy continuing to kill Mutalisks, kill drones here. He's killed 8 so far. This this move will cost him a few Mutalisks though. 3 of them gone down and 2 more very close to death. So that does put, well, meter count's going to be slightly in favour of MiNiMaTh here when the next few pop out, 25 to about 23 or 24. So very minimal difference, but Spazymazy still has the map control here. He's back over towards this third base, and he's going to get the kill on that with the Zerglings, and MiNiMaTh is just going to call game right there. And Spazymazy will take game number 1 here for Redbloods, and this guy who was kind of, he was never really he came out kind of nowhere. He's a very new addition to